That's Money Brown, man. Respect Junior. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, so I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on at the fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on TBE himself, Floyd Money Mayweather. We all know a 5-division world champion, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, the king of pay-per-view. You know, he called it May-per-view. Just a living legend, man. A walking living legend. And, you know, he did it his way. Now, Floyd came out and told everybody about the Gervonta Davis plan. Shouts out to Tank, the 3-division world champion, that Baltimore killer, that gorilla. You know what I mean? We know how he getting down. But Floyd came out, you know, he said some things and told people how he was going to move Tank. And a lot of people upset with that. I want y'all to listen to this, and I'm going to be back with the Great Assessment family to break down what Floyd really means.
Floyd came to me and was like, you down. You know, you down on the scorecards.
No, you down on the unofficial.
Oh, unofficial, yes, unofficial.
Unofficial.
Yes, you said that, yes. He said I was down on the unofficial
So
scorecards.
I told you we had to pick it up.
Pick it up, yes.
I said, pick it up.
Show me you
10,
great.
The 11, the 12. I said, show me you great.
Yeah.
And then he fought the 10th round, went to the 11th. I said, we're gonna press his ass now.
Yeah.
We're gonna do what we got to do.
Yeah.
We pressed him, we did what we had to do. And I told you from the beginning, before we went out there, no matter what weight class you go to, once you hit him with that equalizer, he gonna find out what it really is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
His team gonna take care of that. You know what I mean? Our thing is this. You know, we work smarter, not harder. So we keep everything in-house. Mayweather Promotions, PBC. I mean, we all one family. So, I mean, we're not finna go nowhere and make another company great. So we got plenty of fighters that's at 140, 135, and 130. We're gonna continue to fight the fighters that we got to fight. Only that.
Now, as y'all see, you know, I'm getting a lot of inbox, and I'm getting people asking me, should Tank leave Floyd? And I'm seeing people saying that Floyd is, you know, all wrong for Tank and things of that nature. I disagree wholeheartedly. And I got my reasons why. On the simple fact of, you know, when Floyd talked about in-house fights, almost every promotion company do in-house fights. I'm going to repeat that. When Floyd talked about in-house fights, almost every promotional company does in-house fights, especially if you got a roster full of fighters in the same weight division that's popular and hot. Let that sink in, family. Now, you need to keep your promotion company afloat before anything. And shouts out to Gervonta Davis on that beautiful victory over Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios went out there and gave up put up a hell of a fight. That was a hell of an effort. He fought like a world champion. He showed why he was a world champion. And Barrios will be back, and, you know, he will be better than ever. This fight against Tank will make Barrios better. But when you look at Top Rank, Bob Erman's the king of in-house fights. That motherfucker do fights three times. That motherfucker have a trilogy. You know what I mean? Even 4 or 5 times. You know what I mean? Depending on who it is. Golden Boy did in-house fights. Matchroom, The Zone, doing in-house fights. You feel me? If you got a roster full of fighters in one division, you're going to do in-house fights, bro. Now, do I want Tank to fight all the big names? Of course I do, man. Of course. Tank is fucking great, bro. He is great, and I want him to prove his greatness to everybody, to show them that he's better than everybody else, top main horse. You understand? But you got to understand, when it comes down to negotiations and it come down to making a fight happen, it's a lot that go into making the fight happen when you're dealing with another promotional company. Not saying that it can't happen, because we've seen it happen multiple times. You understand what I'm saying? But it's going to be a lot that go into it, because Floyd carried themselves as the A-side over everyone. And Bob Erman's not willing to bow down to say that Tank is the A-side to Teofimo Lopez. He's not going to do that. Teofimo Lopez is not willing to bow down to say Gervonta Davis is the A-side over me. You know, he's not going to do it. Then you see Bob has Lomachenko as well. Right? He has Lomachenko as well. and he got his hands in on Josh Taylor as well. So those 3 fights right there are big fights for Gervonta Davis. But everybody know that it's going to come to a fucking standstill fucking with Bob Arum. Especially with Floyd Mayweather in their history. Now with Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia, now they almost made that fight happen. That fight almost happened until Ryan Garcia pulled out and Oscar De La Hoya then wanted to go fight Manny Pacquiao. So how you think Floyd Mayweather and them felt about that? How you think Gervonta Davis felt about that? When we in negotiation, we trying to talk, and like I say, I'm not pissed off that he was going to try to fight Manny Pacquiao, but you got to think about Floyd and his promotion company and Gervonta Davis and how they feel. Like, you think you going to play us like a bitch, like you just that bigger than us? You going to kick us to the side like you don't want to fight us? Or, I'll put you to the side, I'll be back. Like, who the fuck you think you talking to? You feel me? Tank like, hold on, nigga, who the fuck you think you is? You feel me? So that fight was supposed to take place, but we seen what happened with Oscar De La Hoya. They went after the try to get more money and a bigger fight, and Manny Pacquiao and some weird ass shit they was trying to make happen. But nonetheless, they was in talk with Manny Pacquiao, and they turned their back on TMT and Gervonta Davis, so they made it happen with Mario Barrios. Know what I mean? So we do have Gary Russell at the with the PBC. That's a possibility, even though Floyd and them not saying things like that. You have Chris Colbert, who I'm going to get on his ass on my live stream, right? And you have other fighters there, man. You got JoJo Diaz. You have other... Is JoJo with PBC or is he with Golden Boy? I think he with Golden Boy. But nonetheless, right? You have fighters. You have fighters. You know what I mean? And that's what Floyd's saying. Like, we have fighters inside our roster that we're going to fight, and we're going to focus on PBC and Mayweather promotion before anything. Before anything. But yes, I won't take the fight the likes of Josh Taylor's. Regis Prograis over there as well. So be looking out. Regis and Tank might be a possibility. You never know down the line, bro. You never know down the line. But when people say things like, is Floyd Mayweather good for Gervonta Davis, he holding him back. Floyd Mayweather is building Gervonta Davis. No, matter of fact, Floyd Mayweather has built Gervonta Davis into the superstar that he is today. This is where you got to get credit where credit is due. Like I say, Bob Arum knows how to build. He know how to build superstars. Bob Arum know how to make you a star, right? Floyd Mayweather, he's doing that with Gervonta Davis, right? Yes, he have a stable full of other fighters, but Tank is his prized possession. That's the one that's keeping the money team afloat and buzzing where you can go out here and you negotiate this and you can negotiate that, because Gervonta Davis is the creme de la creme of the TMT promotion company. You feel me? But when you look at Floyd, man, he did everything that he told Tank he was going to do. Everything. And when you're looking at Tank, it's like I can't go against that, bro. Because he did do everything that he said he was going to do. Man made me a 3-division world champion. Man made me a pay-per-view attraction. Man made me rich. I'm one of the hottest stars in the fucking game. In the game. You did? Known all around America. So Floyd and Leonard is doing their job, bro. They're doing what they're supposed to do when you're talking about building your fighter, when this fighter is attached to your promotional company. You know? I know a lot of people out there saying, oh, man, Leonard keep talking about Tank is the greatest fighter alive. I mean, in the game, this and that. Leonard's supposed to say that. That's his goddamn fighter. What are you supposed to say? Somebody else is? No, man. They're going to say it's Gervonta Davis because that's their prized possession. And Tank is one of the hottest fighters in the fucking game. So they do have a case they can build. They have a case that they can build. Now, we know you got EJ out there, you got Canelo out there, you got Wilder out there, you got Joshua out there. You understand what I'm saying? But Gervonta Davis is in that realm to where that boy is growing and getting bigger and bigger and becoming a fucking household name. A household name. His second pay-per-view in a row. Can't wait to see what the numbers look like. But nonetheless, they're going to need that big name in there to cross him over. Because they're doing a good job at blowing him up. You got the Mayweather machine behind you with Floyd always here and there. So you got Floyd Mayweather face card. And wherever Floyd Mayweather is, you know the crowd going to come out because they want to see his ass. People act like they don't, but people still fucking hooked on Floyd Money Mayweather, bro. Doesn't matter what nobody say. Wherever Floyd goes, he's going to draw a crowd. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So Tank is listening to Mayweather because Mayweather is moving him, you know, the way that they feel they should move him. But he's getting paid. He's been on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? He's known all over America. What more can you ask for from your team, bro? What more can you ask for from your team if they making everything you want possible? beyond your wildest beliefs, bro. You did. I know Tank didn't see himself this big and like starting off. You know what I mean? You know he came out as Rambo, Adrian Broner, little brother. Tank didn't see himself as this big of a star as Floyd and Leonard has made him. You dig what I mean? He didn't see himself as this big of a star. Don't get me wrong. He went in there doing the fighting, did what he had to do to get to where he's at, especially this fast, bro. You know what I mean? And Floyd made that happen for the kid. He made that happen. But yes, Floyd's going to have to, somewhere down the line, put him in the ring with those dudes. I got a video out. Regis Prograde, Josh Taylor, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell. So down the stretch, he's going to have to put Tank in the ring with these dudes because those are his toughest competition. Those are his biggest money fights, and those are the crowd pleasers. But if you see what Tank is selling out 17,000 motherfuckers, right? Fighting Mario Barrios. And Barrios is a hell of a fighter, but he ain't those names because they got a bigger buzz behind him. So just imagine if he get in the ring with those guys. So Floyd's building up his confidence, put him on that level, let him get used to that level, where the spotlight not going to overwhelm him no matter who it is. Now you know you belong on that level because now you done owned it. You done made it yours now. So now you're comfortable there. No matter what happened, no matter who the fighter is, no matter how tough the situation gets, you're comfortable there. You feel like you belong there. That way you can always be a strong-minded person. You can make those adjustments to go in there and get that W. You feel me? But what Floyd Mayweather is doing is something special with Gervonta Davis, man. He's building this kid to be a megastar. You understand me? Making real money moves, real boss moves. And when Gervonta Davis do get in there with one of them other fighters, you know what I'm saying? As long as they continue to win, the other fighters, it's going to be fucking huge every time you get in there with one of them. It's going to be huge. And they building him the right way to get him to that level. Floyd understands that. Leonard understands that. They know what they're looking at. And they know what type of plan they got for this dude. But I don't count it out that they're going to start putting him in there next year. Probably at the end of this year, you're going to have one more fight. But next year, we'll see Tank out with somebody with one of them big names, bro. And I believe Ryan Garcia might be the first big name that Gervonta Davis get into the ring with. Might happen at the end of this year. You never know. You just never know, bro. But when Floyd said that, it wasn't like he was saying, like, oh, man, we're not going to ever try to fight those dudes. It's just that we holding down this side over here, right? They hold down their side. They not in the, you know what I'm saying? When they was on top, they weren't trying to help us out to feed us one of they fighters so we can get on. And we ain't going to do the same. Not saying that the money team or PBC side going to lose. But, you know, it's competition, man, especially with these promoters. It's bad blood, bro. It's bad blood. You know what I mean? These dudes trying to make $1 for the fighters and for their damn selves. So at the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather is great for Gervonta Davis. Floyd Mayweather has been great for Gervonta Davis, and Floyd Mayweather is going to continue to be great for Gervonta Davis. Y'all got to put all this other shit to a side and look at where Tank is. Tank wouldn't be right here if it weren't for Floyd Mayweather. Now, could he have been a world champion? Yes. Could he have been here this quick? I don't know. So Floyd Mayweather is doing his damn job with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis appreciated him. Otherwise, he would have been left. You feel me? Contract or not, he would have been left. And that just shows you, man. That just shows you. A great team is always going to bump heads. You're not going to agree on everything. Sometimes things are going to get rough. You're going to hit some bumps. But you stick together and you ride that shit out. And you continue to make history. Gervonta Davis will make history under the TMT banner. Mark my words. He will make history under the TMT banner with Floyd Mayweather at his side. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to see. Until then, shouts out to Tank. Continue to grind, young man. Continue to do your thing. Listen to your team. And your team will be all right, man. Shouts out to Floyd. Keep doing your thing too, OG. Proud of y'all boys. Until then, it's your boy Money. This the ANSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.